Today we're checking out the Ergo Butterfly 753 office chair by OdinLake. I want to thank them for sending this over to review on the channel. This is definitely more of a high-end chair than the previous mesh chair that I tested out. I'll leave a link down below with current pricing and more information. It's got a height adjustable backrest, 2D adjustable headrest, adjustable seat depth. You can also see it has pretty good lumbar support, and it reclines back to 135 degrees. As far as assembly goes, it's pretty straightforward. I will mention that the box is pretty large. As you can see, it comes pretty well packaged and has some weight to it. So if you're doing this by yourself, I would suggest scooting the box around or just sliding it down the steps instead of trying to lift it. You've got the seat, the back, the base, and the headrest. You also have the wheels and the cylinder. They also include white gloves, tools, and the assembly instructions. Now that I've put together a few different office chairs, this one is definitely one of the easier ones. Once you put the wheels on the base, slide the cylinder into place, you just put the seat right on top of the cylinder, and then it's just a matter of lining up the 4 bolts to attach the back. For me, it was a little bit easier to put the chair upside down. You just slide the headrest right in. There's a little tightener on the other side so that it locks it into place. I really like how you can raise the height of the chair just by lifting right under the armrest instead of underneath the seat like most other chairs I've used. The lever under the left armrest makes it so that you can recline back, so it's nice and easy to do that as well instead of underneath the seat. You can see the arched lumbar support. To me, it feels like it sticks out just a little bit too far in my opinion. Luckily, this one isn't painful or anything like the Dexley mesh chair that I tried from Staples, which was sort of painful after a day or two because that one uses a plastic piece that kind of pushes right into your back, where this one just feels like a firm lumbar support, but it has more give to it because it's the mesh material instead of using plastic parts. I think if you could move the lumbar section back a little more, it would be just about right for me. Nice thing is you can tighten up the tension for the backrest, so when you recline back, it takes a little more effort or a little less if you prefer that. I also noticed on their website they've got a 15-year warranty. If that's true, that's definitely one of the better warranties that you'll get for an office chair. It's nice that you can adjust the armrest from side to side. They also rotate left to right, and then of course you can raise them up and down. The only thing it's missing is being able to slide them forwards or backwards so they're a little closer to your desk. Also, the arm pads are a tad bit on the firm side. They do have a little cushion to them, but could be a little softer in my opinion. The headrest on here seems to have plenty of adjustment, and I think it's pretty comfortable. Of course, it might depend on what your height is. I'm right at 6 feet, and it also rotates back some, so you can lean back a little more if you need to. As far as the seat goes, it's actually fairly comfortable, but it does take some time getting used to with mesh seats if you're used to one with a cushion. The chair also has some nice weight to it. It feels a little more heavy duty than compared to some others I've tested, which you'll notice just when pushing the chair around. Luckily, there's no creaking or noises when moving around, so that's nice to see. One thing that's a little misleading is it looks like it's all metal on the back, but some of that is actually plastic painted to match the parts that are metal. Still looks good in person though. It was pretty easy to tell after a week or so of using this chair. It definitely feels more high-end and more heavy duty than some of the other mesh chairs I've used. Really, the only improvements I could see is a little softer arm pads and maybe a little less lumbar support. But again, some of that is going to be personal preference. I feel like this mesh office chair is definitely one you should check out, but just like a lot of other chairs, it may come down to just how well this chair fits you, because everyone's going to have a little different preference on how firm or how tall and wide or how deep the chair is to fit your body type and preference. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.